You see this sweet man right here? You see this racist thug right here with a mask over her face? And you see this person right up above there screaming through her megaphone, another racist thug? And the police having to escort these people, these gentlemen, out of a meeting. These are the Imperial Metal shareholders and the people around them that are abusing them and harassing them and terrorizing them are Native Supremacists in British Columbia. I am Michele Tittler from the political organization ENDRACEBASED LAW. It's May 28th and yesterday, May 27th, at River Rock Casino in Richmond, BC, a gang of Native Supremacists with their defenders and allies, land defenders they call them. They're actually land pretenders. These people can't save the land. They don't have a clue what they're doing. All they're doing is bullying people who use the land. And let me remind you that every creature uses the land. We all use the land. Moving land around to pull out gold and metals is something we've been doing since the beginning of time. That's what we do. We've made all sorts of things out of metals and wood and sticks. Look all around you, you can see them. These really super crazy, I mean, they were crazy people, these protesters. They were awful, terrible people. They seemed to have attracted the dregs of Vancouver to come out and help them. There was only about 20 of them, but they were just hysterical, screaming, abusive, lying, bullying. I mean, it was such BS, it was incredible. There was nothing credible about what they said. When these men came out, there were groups of people who came out of the shareholders meetings. They came out in groups at a time. And they harassed people all the way along. They screamed in megaphones in their ears. That should be a charge of harassment. You could blow somebody's eardrum out easily. They just had no problem totally bullying these men and women. And then the last group that came out they were quite old and they looked like they'd worked hard all their lives. Obviously they had, if they'd been a part of Imperial Metals has a 50-year history. They've been incorporated and they own the mine and land. They've been incorporated for 50 years, longer than Chilcotin or any of the other 5 tribes that are saying it's their land. And they're really trying to kick all industry off what they call is their land. And they're saying that all of British Columbia is unceded Indigenous territory. And we're going to redefine that word Indigenous, because we are all indigenous to this earth, and using that word as if only they are affected by anything that goes on and only they have a voice and only they have a say and only they are going to tell everybody what to do is officially Hitlerism. It's Nazism, it's race supremacism, and it's not going to happen here in BC. We need to deal with this issue. It's very serious. The Natives have taken off and literally decided that they're going to claim all of BC and tell everybody else what to do based on race alone. They don't have any expertise in any of these businesses. These Imperial Metal guys, they're the experts. They know what they're doing. Now, they had a breach in their dam and there was a flood and they've been cleaning it up. That's what they do. Life is perilous. It's dangerous. You get into a car, you could die. I mean, these people are acting hysterical over something that is fixable. The whole world is in constant peril over things like hurricanes, tornadoes. There are constant natural disasters that can go on. Diseases, I mean, you name it. They're deciding that they're going to save the land by stopping mining when they use all of the products that come from mining. This is the craziness of these protesters using their race supremacy, to say that they own all the land, race thuggery, and that they are now the experts of what should happen on the land. Meanwhile, this is what mankind has been doing all around the world since the beginning. How are they going to stop using wood? Are they going to stop building houses? These people who are protesting have to stop using all of these materials. They can't tell other people what to do. To prove their point, they have to stop using everything. And you should see their website and their Facebook page. They're literally saying that no tree is going to come down and nothing is going to come out of the earth, that it's their land and that they're going to tell everybody else what to do. And so they have to stop using all these things. They have to. They're such hypocrites. They're such idiots. It's incredible. They need to go from reserve to reserve to reserve to reserve and clean up their own acts. That's what they really should be doing. Imagine that. They came all the way down from Williams Lake to here to the River Rock Casino. You should have seen the security, and taxpayers paid for it. The River Rock Casino, the security was so thick And the RCMP were there too. I got there early, handed out my business cards, my End Race-Based Law business cards, and introduced myself to all of them. And I stood off way up on the second floor of the River Rock Casino inside and watched it from the inside outside. It was hideous. They were absolute bullies. The police did an excellent job. They really could have arrested these people. It was harassment and it was physical touch. I mean, they weren't allowing these men to leave. They surrounded these men and they actually would not, the police had to push to get through so that they were literally egging the police on to touch them. It was they literally surrounded the entire, they possed around them and forced the police to push forward just to get these men out. It was hideous, and this is what's happening. Like full-on race supremacist bullying. From one group of people who think they own the land and they know everything. Now they're going to stop all mining? No. No, Canadians, you have to get out in the public. The entire citizenship of Canada has to get up and say no to this craziness. They need to get their own acts together in their own worlds. The fact that they would be like stopping other people who are productive, stopping other people who can put food on the table for their children. I mean, our taxes from all of these industries go to these thugs so that they can stand there and try to stop industries. And we have to all bind together. We are 32 million people. These are small pockets of gangs who are doing this to our country. We have to stand up and be more vocal and support our industries and our businesses. This is our country. They are a part of it, and what they're trying to do is break it up. They're breaking up Canadian sovereignty. The irony and really, it's just sickening that they are trying so hard to break up our Canadian sovereignty. At the same time, they're accusing us of cultural genocide. Well, they are committing it daily. This is cultural genocide. It is our culture to be productive. It is our culture to make things and create things. If they're not going to use the wood, if they're not going to take down any more trees, then that means no more totem poles. You idiots! I mean, every creature uses its environment. We have ingenuity and productivity and creativity, and people want to invent things and build things and create comfort, and this is what we do for our children and for our future generations. We are trying really hard to master our surroundings, and these people are literally taking it down to what you thugs can crawl into a cave, but we are certainly not going to. Well, this has to stop. I photobombed them at the end. It was awesome. They had their way the entire day, and then when everything was over and the police got these men to safety, they all decided they were going to take a group photo. All they did was take photos all day long of each other. It was just sickening. They were so proud of what thugs they were. So at the very end, I run around the building when I could see them from where I was on the second floor, getting ready for a photo op. So I literally ran down the escalator, ran all the way around the building, and as they were about to take the photograph, I said, wait for me. And they were all smiling at me as if I was coming in to be part of their team. And I get in there and I flash my Race-Based Law business cards, and then I turn around to the entire group and I started flicking my Race-Based Law business cards at them. And it was pandemonium. They lost it. They were no longer in control. It was awesome. They had 40 people in control all morning for hours and hours and hours and hours, and they thought that they were just the big shots, and the police and everybody was just standing there quietly accommodating their terrible tyranny. And at the very end, all I had to do was flick an Race-Based Law business card at them, and they lost it. It was hilarious. As I was walking away, I could hear one guy saying, okay, people, do we want to talk about what just happened here? And there was another woman screaming, you should be ashamed of yourself, to me, for wanting equality after they just did this to these hardworking men who have never done anything to them. They should be ashamed of themselves, and all of Canada should shame them. Let's shame these thugs. And race-based law.